Welcome to Strategically Styled. I am Lisa. I am a woman over 50. I am a school teacher, and this channel is dedicated to helping you to achieve your style goals. One of the greatest obstacles that many people face in achieving their style goals is not understanding their personal style. And when you don't understand your personal style, sometimes it makes choosing outfits very stressful and frustrating, and you end up wasting a lot of money on clothes you're never going to wear. But we want to eliminate all of the friction around getting dressed, and so I have broken the process down into some actionable steps anyone can apply and follow. So if that sounds good, please give this video a thumbs up, stay tuned, and let's get into it. Step number 1 is see yourself as worthy. Seeing yourself as worthy. As women in particular, we're very good at nurturing other people, our children, the people we love, and people in our communities, but we're very bad at nurturing ourselves. But understanding your personal style is pretty much about self-reflection and understanding who you are, what it is you want, and how you want to show up in the world. So see yourself as worthy of the time, the effort, and the money that it takes to help you to really reflect on who you are and what you want and understand your personal style. Number 2, be super realistic about the lifestyle that you are currently leading right now. Not some aspirational someday, one day, laying around on the beach in Malibu day after day lifestyle, but what is it that you're doing the majority of the time? So for example, for me, I am a school teacher, I go to church, and then the other things I do tend to be more churchy things, even if it's not an actual church service. Maybe a handful of times a year I do some semi-formal types of events or go to weddings, but for the most part, that is my lifestyle. So I need clothes. The majority of my wardrobe needs to be appropriate for the lifestyle that I am leading. What are you doing most of the time? And do you have clothes that fit what you're doing? If not, then maybe that is the point of focus that you need to have as you are developing your personal style and the types of purchases that you are making. Number 3, you need to have clothes that flatter the body that you have right now. Now, many of us have goals that you're going to lose a little weight or you're going to go to the gym and tone up and whatever, and that's wonderful and great. However, see yourself as worthy of having clothes that you can wear right now, today, that are comfortable, appropriate to your lifestyle, and make you feel confident and beautiful and excited about getting dressed. Do not vilify your body, and by that I mean by blaming your body for things to say, oh, if I didn't have these hips, or if it wasn't this, or my shoulders, or my neck. Your body is a gift. It is, I'll say it again, your body is a gift to have one, and even if everything's not functioning exactly how it needs to function, we need to just honor our bodies and have clothes that flatter it. In order to find clothes that will flatter your body, you need to understand the shape of your body. So I would suggest that you get yourself a tape measure. You can get one at the dollar store or $1.25 store nowadays. And what you want is visually the front of your body. What shape is it? So you're going to measure across your shoulders. You're going to measure your true waist, which is the part of your body that hinges when you bend to the side, just the front. and the widest part of your hips, just the front. Once you have these measurements, and you don't have to post them online and get a billboard and put it all out there if you're not comfortable doing that, but for your own information, determine the shape of your body, which part is the widest part. If your shoulders are the widest and you are an inverted triangle, if your hips are the widest and you are more of a pear shaped, if your midsection is the widest, then you're more of an apple shape. If your shoulders and your hips are pretty much the same dimensions, but your waist is 1.5 to 2 inches smaller than that size, then you are an hourglass, and so on and so forth. And what you're going to do with that information is now make a decision. Are there parts of your body that you want to emphasize? Are there parts of your body you want to de-emphasize? And for example, if your shoulders are the widest part of your body and you don't want to emphasize that, then you might neutralize that by putting a neutral color on the top part of your body, but then on the bottom half of the body, you might wear something brighter, lighter, more patterned, so that the eye is drawn downward more so than up towards your shoulders. So that is flattering your body. Next, number 4, I believe, is define your aesthetic. And by defining your aesthetic, you're going to choose 3 to 5 adjectives that clearly articulate how is it that you want to look. Clothes are communication. And what is it that you want your clothes to say about you, about your values, about how it is that you want to look. So, for example, I'm going to just keep it simple with 3 adjectives. My aesthetic, I like clothes that are modest, that are feminine, and that are unique, that there's some distinctive detail or something to them. That is my design aesthetic. What is your aesthetic, and how is it that you want to show up? Now, we all may have taken these little online quizzes where we answer 20 questions and then they tell us something like, oh, you're preppy boho chic. And while that's a fun little thing, I don't know that that's really helpful in terms of going into a store where you're overwhelmed with choices and knowing which ones to pick and which ones to eliminate. But if you have a design aesthetic, you can clearly hold up a garment and go through your little checklist. Is this modest? Is this feminine? Is it unique? Yes, no, and keep it moving. Next thing is climate. Consider the climate where you live and the different seasons. What climate will you be in? Do you travel a lot? Are you a snowbird where you live in the north, but in the winter months you travel to a warmer climate? And just be realistic to have enough of the right types of clothes for the weather and the seasons that you are in. Next, I believe we're at number 6, is modesty. And while modesty is a very old-fashioned word, what I mean when I say modesty is establishing your own personal visual boundaries with what it is you feel comfortable revealing and what is it you don't feel comfortable revealing. Again, this is not about vilifying your body. There's nothing wrong with your body. What is problematic is when you put yourself in a position of exposing parts of your body where you're really not comfortable doing it. And you've all seen that person who shows up at the event wearing a super short skirt, and then the whole time they're just tugging, and that skirt ain't going nowhere. And if you're not comfortable, for example, serving up a whole lot of thigh meat, then don't wear no short skirt. Simply put. So what are you choosing clothes? Like, for example, if you go on a website and you see a skirt and it has a split up the front and going all the way up to the crotch, and you know, and you're already mentally thinking, well, maybe I can pin it, or I could wear this under it. The reality is, are you prepared to do that every single time, or is it more realistically likely that that skirt's just not going to get worn because it does not align with your personal standards of modesty? So consider that when you are choosing items for your wardrobe. Number 7, color. Choosing colors that flatter you. You are more likely to want to wear them than colors that don't. And even if something is a beautiful color, is it beautiful on you? And if you're not clear on what colors are the best colors for you, certainly you can invest in having professional color analysis. But a more simplistic approach is to look at things like your natural hair color that you have right now, or your eye color. And I'm not saying that, oh, if you have red hair, you just got to wear red all the time. No, what I mean is finding colors that complement the colors that you are naturally, that you already have, your eye color, your hair color, and certainly your skin color. So choosing colors that are flattering to you. Next, number 7 is maintenance. If you know you are a person, you put clothes in the dry cleaner and then they stay there for 6 months, then that is also something to consider when you are choosing clothes. And while you may have a few dry clean only things in there, if you know financially, or it's just not convenient, or for whatever reason, you're just not good at the dry cleaning situation, then the majority of your clothes should not be dry clean only, and you need things that you can take care of so that you can maintain them. Next, I think that brings us to the end of my list here, is understanding that developing your personal style is not a destination, it is a journey. It is something that is going to continue to evolve as your life, your body, and your circumstances change. If you start out working in a corporate job, but then you decide to become a stay-at-home mom, and then after that you go into retirement, and you're just going to go into different phases, and for daggone sure, as a woman, your body is going to go through different phases, and what you wanted 5 years ago may not be who you are and what you want today or 5 years from today. So hopefully some of this information has been helpful to you. So please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Say hi in the comments, and if there are some other tips that you would like to share with our little community here, comment down below. So thank you again, and have an amazing day, and I will hope to see you soon.